Hello, Troop 516. This is Mr. Duncan, fourth best knot tire in the troop. Today I want to show you how to whip and fuse the end of a rope. And as fate would have it, I just might be the world's best rope fuser for one reason. Because I got this nice zombie girl red Zippo lighter with a butane insert. How about that? Very cool. You might want to ask for one of those for Christmas. All right, all seriousness though. When you cut a piece of rope, this is just a piece of paracord. Synthetic rope. Made out of nylon, polyester maybe, I don't really know what it is, but it's synthetic. It's not a natural material. For whatever reason, if I have to cut that rope, I have an end that's rough and will fray, will come undone. Fusing the end of a synthetic rope is a way to keep that from coming loose. This end has been fused just by holding it in front of my lighter a bit. It's real simple. That's all you have to do. Let it cool down a bit, and it'll solidify and harden. It'll all kind of melt together, fuse together, and there you go. That's just that simple. I don't even think I need to demonstrate that 2 times. That's how you fuse the end of a rope. This is an outside project. Make sure you do it with the safety of your parent or a responsible adult, or a scoutmaster, assistant scoutmaster on an upcoming camp out. Some ropes, we don't use these kinds of ropes too much anymore in scouting, but some of the older ropes, like this is some sisal rope. It's about 3/8 inch sisal twine, I guess. It's made out of twisted fibers. Do you see how that's twisted together? I don't have much of this rope here at the house. This is a sisal twine dog bone, as they call it. It's got loops on either end. I created this when I was practicing doing some of my 3-stranded rope splicing a while back. But this is a rope made out of a natural fiber. You cannot cut this and then fuse it with a lighter because it'll just burn. What I've got to do is I've got to wrap some cord around it to hold it tight, to keep the ends from fraying further. Again, I don't have any more of this at home, so I'm going to demonstrate the process of whipping the end of a 3-stranded rope using my handy dandy piece of bamboo. So we'll just pretend that my piece of bamboo is the end of a piece of stranded natural fiber rope like this, and I've cut it, and I need to tighten up the end of it so that it doesn't unravel. You start by just making yourself a long bite. That's it. You start by making yourself a long bite, and then you hold that bite on your rope. You hold it near the end of the rope. That's all you do. Just hold it on there real tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the running end and I'm going to start wrapping it around that bite. You see what I'm doing? Just wrapping it around the bite several times. See what that looks like? The standing end comes off. Wrap the running end several times around. And then what I'm going to do, when I come to the end, I'm going to stick it through. I'll stick it through that original loop and pull on the standing end. See there? If I pull it really tight, watch what happens. That loop right there with the running end going through it, if I pull hard enough, I'll bury it underneath the whipping. See that? I just bury it right up underneath the whipping. And if you tie this tight enough, it'll keep that three-stranded rope from fraying. And now what I would do is I would just clip that off and fuse it with my lighter, and that would make a permanent attachment, permanent fixture, permanent knot on the end of your rope. Now, that's going to be hard for me to untie, so I'm going to demonstrate it again, but I'm going to grab the other end of this big long white rope. So again, the first thing you do, this is playing the part of my three-stranded rope. It's just my piece of bamboo though. I take my twine or rope or whatever, make a long bite in it, lay it along my stranded rope, and then I just start wrapping the running end around and around. When I come to the end, I'm going to stick the free end of the running end up through that loop, up through that bite, and pull on the standing end, snug it up real tight. And then I'm going to pull real hard and I'm going to bury it. I didn't leave myself much to clip off, did I? Ordinarily, there'd be a little bit left sticking out. I'd clip it off there, clip it off here, fuse it with my lighter, and there you go. That's a permanent fix. That's a permanent whipping that would go on the end of your twisted rope, and it won't come loose. It'll stay there for good. So that's the process anyhow. That's the way that you would whip the end of a stranded rope. Most of the time these days we're going to encounter synthetic man-made ropes, and fusing is sufficient. But that's the process. That's the procedure for whipping the end of a stranded rope. That's all for today. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.